Well damn, right as I do a roundup of Halo Infinite news and information, more of it drops the day I release my video, and in the form of a Canon Fodder article, which we haven't seen since March. Bravo, Grim. Bravo. This latest issue has some great new concept art and lore as we would expect, so let's not waste any more time and dive right in. Starting things off, we have the reveal of a new enemy for Halo Infinite, a very unique Sangheili by the name of Jega Rdomnai. God, what a name. In hushed whispers throughout the ranks of the Banished, Jega Rdomnai's name is spoken with care. The Blade Master's history is shrouded in rumor and half-truths. Some say he was an experiment, an affront to his own kind. Others make mention of a clandestine ambush gone wrong. Very few know the truth, fewer still speak of it. One thing is certain, he has hunted demons before, and as the first recruit welcomed into the hand of Atriox, he will do so again. So let's break this guy down. Based on other text in the article, Jega was once a member of the Silent Shadow, a division of the Covenant's Special Operations branch that specialized in assassination and extraction, among other tasks. Hailing from the Rdomnai clan, he sports an honorific AI at the end of his name, denoting him as a Blade Master, a Sangheili that has dedicated himself to the perfection of swordsmanship. Jega stands out in a number of ways, the most obvious being his unique armor. The black with red accents is very banished and aesthetic, and he sports an unknown symbol on one breastplate. Interestingly, this symbol appears on Eshrem's armor, along with several other symbols. Hopefully Infinite will dive into the meaning of these symbols, but one can't help but wonder if this specific one might be associated with the Hand of Atriox. Jega is said to be the first recruit welcomed into the Hand. What it is remains unknown, but two popular theories have arisen in the days since this article has released. The first posits that the Hand of Atriox could simply be something of a rebranded Silent Shadow, and that theory certainly has some merit to it. The other is that they're an elite group of individuals selected for a similar purpose. I'm hoping it's the latter, as a rebranded Silent Shadow just kinda sounds boring to me. To provide some context, I'm not against the Silent Shadow or former members of it appearing in Infinite. On the contrary, I hope that is the case. However, I hope there's more to the Hand of Atriox than it just being the Silent Shadow. One thing I'd personally love is that if Jega here, as a Hand of Atriox, were the leader of the Banished's contingent of Silent Shadow. Like, maybe you could go around and fight the Shadow before attracting the attention of their Blade Master Jega. Whatever the case, if the Silent Shadow are present, I hope that we can see their traditional armor at least just once. I'll be curious too to see what function the Hand of Atriox serves in the Banished and how long it's been part of their makeup. A part of me wonders if the Hand was founded recently. I've talked in past videos about how it appears as though Eshrem believes Atriox is dead, at least that's my interpretation of the events so far. So could the Hand be something of a tribute formed by Eshrem for their fallen leader? Or is it something that's been around longer, serving as maybe a Sangheili version or perhaps a multi-species version of Atriox's Chosen? For context, Atriox's Chosen was a group of Jerdnai warriors that served as Atriox's personal enforcers, answering only to the Banished leader himself. Getting back to Jega though, the third detail that sticks out about him is his cybernetic arm, a first for a Sangheili, and actually the Covenant at large, I believe. There are fans who have wanted to see Sangheili or Covenant in general with prosthetic limbs, so it's cool to finally get that. We'll have to wait to find out details on this arm, but I'll say right now that the technology for it looks very human in origin. Like, it looks very similar to Cat's arm. That certainly can make sense if he got it anytime after the Human Covenant War. However, if this is supposed to be a Sangheili or Covenant take on prosthesis, I'll be more than a little disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. He also looks like he has prosthetic mandibles, which makes me think his prosthesis was a post-war thing, but again, we'll have to wait and see. Overall, this guy is very interesting. I can't wait to hear more about him, his backstory, the Hand of Atriox, and his exact role in Infinite. It seems like he'll be a boss or mini-boss type character, possibly even a recurring one, who knows. The concept art for Jega here was created by David Heidehoff, who has created artwork for Halo 5 Guardians and Halo Mythos. From there, the article moves on to talk about MJOLNIR Gen 3 Mark VII, which seems to be the baseline armor set for the Gen 3 MJOLNIR platform. We've known about this to some degree since the design was first revealed at New York Toy Fair back in February, but now we get some nice, clean concept art, and boy does it look gorgeous in a nice Mjolnir green. The Mark VII platform was developed close behind the Mark V and Mark VI platforms at the end of the Human Covenant War, only known to be field tested by Spartan II Naomi 010. Notably, this early version of Mark VII had built-in thrusters and a Forerunner-derived nanomachine suite, which could reshape the armor to the user's specifications. Naomi in particular liked hers modeled after the Mark V-B baseline model. Over time, the Mark VII suite of components would be refined, with further elements tested aboard its Gen 2 variation, Decimator-class Mjolnir. These efforts would eventually dovetail with parallel projects, and by 2558, Mark VII was being used as a testbed for a new generational leap in Mjolnir technology. This culminated in the Gen 3 Mark VII. While a great step forward in Mjolnir technology, certain components remain in prototype stages due to unreliability or cost factors, the aforementioned nanomachine suite being one such feature. Another that has yet to see widespread use is full shield shaping, a speculative technology that Dr. Halsey had hoped to integrate when she first derived the Mark system back in 2535. This section closes with some lore straight out of Infinite reading. Created with input from Dr. Halsey herself, the latest Mark VII iteration refreshes the Mjolnir technical architecture with breakthroughs in neural interfaces, shield emitters, fusion power, and armor formation. The Mark VII designation refers to a number of prototype platforms that test the ever-evolving Mjolnir Generation 3 standard. The most recent design to bear the name was selected by Dr. Halsey from Material Group's Keystone Development Program. I think I've made it clear elsewhere that I'm not the biggest fan of simply calling this armor Mark VII, and for that matter I'm not a big fan of Chief's armor being designated Mark VI Gen 3, but lore-wise and design-wise, 343 have absolutely nailed it. This concept piece was created by Isaac Hannaford, who has been creating illustrations for Halo since at least 2006. Even if you don't know his name, I guarantee you know his work. The article closes up with a few extra details on Infinite, a promotion for the Oni Archives videos, which you should watch by the way if you haven't already, and some new information on Halo's Shadows of Reach. Starting with those Halo Infinite details, pretty much everything that's mentioned is stuff I went over on my video from Monday, so if you want to see that, link at the top right or in the description box. Now, regarding Shadows of Reach, it's first confirmed that the book is not being delayed any further. It will still release on October 20th, which is good to know. It had previously been delayed by a month for unknown reasons. It seems, however, that that 1 month delay has resulted in bonus material, an additional short story entitled Sacrifice. When asked about it on Twitter, Troy Denning noted that the bonus story was written by someone at 343, not him, and has some connections between Shadows of Reach and Infinite. Now that's all well and good, and I'm generally pretty excited about it, but on the downside, this bonus story is a Walmart exclusive, both in-store and online. So, besides the fact that Walmart is an absolutely terrible corporation that often treats its employees like shit, Walmart doesn't exist in a number of countries, or it isn't as widespread internationally as it is here in the States. A lot of fans may be missing out on this bonus story, and that really sucks. I'm hoping this is a timed exclusive of sorts, that it'll be widely available to fans in the near future, but that it's happening at all is an absolute shame. 343, if you're watching, I hope this is a one-time incident. I hope this doesn't happen again. That wraps up this issue of Canon Fodder, but to avoid going out on a down note, Grimm does tease that he has a draft for the next issue in the works, which hopefully means we will have more lore goodness in the near future. So, what did you all think of Jega and the Mark VII? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this has been Halo Canon. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and if you really love me, hit that notification bell and leave a thumbs up. These both really help out the channel. I wouldn't be where I am now without your views and support, so once again, thank you. Keep on being awesome, Canonites.